Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Meguiar Jr back with us because we're going to give his used scooter a fresh detail, and there's a few areas we need to pay special attention to. The headlight has this sticker residue that we need to take off. There's quite a lot of hazing on the front headlights, which we'll have a look at rectifying. The chrome I think seen better days. It's not in too bad a shape. The plastics have gone that sort of chalky grey colour, so we'll have a look at restoring those. The seat I think needs a good shampoo. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's bits of dirt ingrained in there that we'll try and get off, and that includes cleaning under the seat. There's a few scrapes and scratches here and there, but I think because the bike's done 14,000 miles and what we've paid for it, I don't think we need to go that far. In the future we may have a look to see if we can pick up some cheap replacement parts and get these switched out. Well, that's the bike outside of the garage. We've got all the equipment we need ready. Now we'll start off with doing a rinse just to get rid of any of the loose debris. So as you can see, James is starting off. We're just going to give it a light rinse with a normal garden hose, and this will just remove any of the loose dirt to start off with. One thing I always say is be careful around the dash area and don't put too much pressure water wise around these switches. Always be careful as well not to get any water down the exhaust. Now luckily this one, I'll quickly show you, points downwards, so it's not actually too bad, but normally I would put like a glove such as one of these just to cover that up. And the next part of the process is snow foam. So this will help get rid of any of the more stubborn dirt before giving it a final rinse. And this is going to be James's first time using the snow foam lance. And that's the snow foam application done. So I usually let that sit for around 5 minutes or so, especially on a day like this where it's not particularly sunny, and that'll help remove any more stubborn dirt, and then we can finally give it one last rinse. That is a satisfying process. Well, we've now got the full pre-wash stage done. The next step is to do the contact wash, but James has just pointed out that we need to get rid of these bits of sticker residue off the headlight, and that'll just be a case of putting some bug and tar remover on there, spray it on, let it sink in for a second, and it should just wipe straight off. We just used some Meguiar's gold car shampoo, and I've always used that on the bikes, and I think it's spot on. Leaves a nice finish as well. So the sticker's coming off here, give them a light wipe. Now they're starting to come away. Yeah, so if you just crack on, James, keep working your way down the bike, starting from the top, and then before we know it, it's going to be a nice shiny steed. Well, that's the contact wash completed. James is now just going to do a final rinse, and once this is done we can then dry it, wheel it back in the garage and get all of the smaller jobs we talked about at the beginning of the video done. Now, it does look like it's going to rain, so we're trying to get this done as quickly as possible. So before we put the bike in the garage for the next jobs, we're going to leave the engine running for a minute or two just to dry off more of the water. But more importantly, just to give James a chance to actually set it up, because we haven't been able to get it out on the road just yet. So there you go. Everything looking okay on the dash, no warning lights?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
And now we've got the scooter back in the garage, we're going to start working on the faded plastics in the dash area, and we'll just start rubbing down this surface and see what it looks like. Well, that's a good start. And we're just going to start by applying just the smallest of amounts to see what it looks like. Well, already you can see that has made a massive difference. Now I know with this stuff it doesn't necessarily last indefinitely, but it should last a good few weeks, and even the remnants what it leaves behind should leave a better finish than what we've seen on this side. And James has applied a bit more elbow grease to the dash area, so let's have a closer look with a side-by-side comparison of what it was like originally. So if we look at the handlebar first, James, up here, so that's the side we've just done compared to the original. So I think overall job worth doing. But we've also applied some down here. Now we didn't put it on the bottom because that's where his feet's going to be, so we don't want that to be slippy, but what we have done is applied some masking tape. So this side's the side that he's just done. If you peel that off, James, let's see if you can tell the difference. Yeah, the difference between them two sides for just a few minutes work.
Absolutely.
Spot on that. So for the front headlights I'm going to use some T-cut polishing compound. Now you can apply this manually or with a power tool, but I'm just going to go for the microfiber cloth approach. So I'm just going to try a small area, probably down here, which is a bit more out of the way, and just see what it looks like. Because it has got sort of a funny texture on here, so I don't know if someone's already had a go at doing this before. It has just started to clear it up a little bit. Well, I've been over the one on the right hand side, and really it's made no noticeable difference. So I'm not really sure what's up with these plastics. You can't quite see in the camera, but it's got a weird effect on it. Well, I've gave up on the headlights for now. I don't think we can get them looking much better than they are. But I'm going to put a bit of chrome polish on there using some Simoniz, I think you call it. But I've used this stuff before and it works quite well. I'm just going to apply a smallish amount. And the bike's almost done. We've got two things left to do, and one of them is to put a monkey wood garage sticker on, which I think we've agreed that we're just going to put it somewhere around here. Is that looking about in the middle, James? It's hard to see, or what?
That's best it's going to be.
About there. Well, I think that looks pretty good. I do think it sets off the front end of the bike, and you can tell it's had a good clean. But James, we have one last thing to do. Can you go and grab the L plates and let's get you legally ready to go on the road. So I think if we'll stick the first one, probably on the front mudguard down here. And for the very final touch, we're putting the number plates on. So we pre-drilled a couple of holes. Hopefully that is reasonably straight. I think it looks alright. That is a problem, getting in the back.
That's what you said, it's really difficult getting it in the back.
Well, that's the bike done. I think between us we've put a good strong effort in today, and we've used most of the supplies that I keep stashed in the garage. Always comes in handy. And James is just wiping down the bike now. It's fair to say he's getting a bit obsessed, I think. I could probably leave him here, go to sleep, come back tomorrow and he'd still be stood there with a cloth in his hand. The black plastics are looking far superior now from what they were before. Even down here in this area, It's a shame that we couldn't get the headlights to look any better, but I still think overall, for the age of the bike, it is in pretty good condition. We did have to take the L plate back off because of the amount of bubbles that was in it. We made the mistake of not applying it with soapy water so we could get all of the defects out. And that's it for today's video. All we've got to do now is wait for various bits and pieces in terms of documentation to arrive, and then I think you're pretty much good, legal and ready to go.
I think so.
How do you feel? Do you think you're ready to be out on two wheels?
I think I need to definitely go through a car park with some cones, or even just doing some stop starts, a little bit of turning before getting on any proper main roads.
Yeah, building up your confidence.
Building up the confidence. I think after that, half an hour of that, I think I'll be spot on.
Yeah, well that'll be the plan then. We'll go to a local car park, get you doing some donuts, burnouts, that kind of stuff, and then you'll be good to go. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and if you have, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.